Okay, so for 2i over 4i minus 6, you should have multiplied by 4i plus 6, 4i plus 6. Is that okay? It's called conjugate, right? So this will end up to be 16i squared minus 36. Is that okay? And that's gonna be 8i squared and plus 12i. And that's equal to negative 8 on the top plus 12, right?
Plus 12i.
12i, MSI, sorry. 12i over this one is going to be negative 52, I believe. So it'll be negative 8 over negative 52 minus 12i over 52. And simplify this is going to be negative 2 over 13. Positive, sorry. 2 over 13, right? Yeah. This one is what?
And then minus 3.
And this is a plus bi form.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the same answer. Yeah.
I turned 12 to 21.
Yeah, just people need to be cautious, right? People need to be cautious about certain things when you're doing calculations. Now, this one I didn't teach you yesterday, but the same idea. When I say rationalize, you multiply by conjugate. Next question. Arthur, wake up.
I would when I was pouring milk, and I'm ready.
You're about to fall asleep. Like,
No,
not a tense.
this I know. This wasn't. This
all right, next question. Yes.
Are you gonna cover 53 and 55 and 57?
53, 55, 57. No, I'm gonna go cover 57. 57 is a rectangle and there is a diamond.
It's 9 minus 4x power 2.
Yep, 9 minus 4x squared. Right?
Yeah,
9 minus 4x squared, so it'll be 3 minus 2x, and a 3 plus 2x.
Yeah.
Can you go over another please?
9, sure. 9 is just split them all up and simplify the fraction. Split them all up and simplify. Yeah.
Can I go back?
Yep. Any other question you have? Disagreement? Yes.
Do the absolute value per fall.
Yeah, absolute value. Okay. So for 5, the absolute value, basically you're just gonna draw a triangle. So 1, 2, and the 6. So this is gonna be a triangle. This is 2, this is 6. So you want to find out the distance. Don't worry about I, don't worry about anything, just know the distance. So basically it's a Pythagorean identity. So it'll be 2 squared plus 6 squared equal to c squared. So c squared is equal to 40. So c is equal to square root of 40, which is equal to 2 root 10. And that's it. Next question. Yes. Okay, can I move on to today's stuff?
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna talk about how to simplify rational function and still deal with factoring. So we're gonna go through it pretty fast. But let's talk about rational function domain, what x cannot equal to. So how do we find domain of a rational function? How do we find domain of rational function? So let's just say if I have 2 over x squared minus x minus 6. How do I find the domain of that? Domain is what x can equal to or what x cannot equal to. In this case, x cannot equal to what? No one knows?
Oh,
Yes.
2 positive 3.
Why?
You factor the bottom polynomial, I think.
Yeah, you do. So that's going to be 2 x minus 3 and x plus 2, right? Now, what do I do next to find domain?
You said it. You said x equal to it, so you have to like add or subtract over the equal sign.
Okay, so x minus 3 and x plus 2. Now, instead of say equal sign, I'm going to say cannot equal sign.
Yeah.
Because if x cannot equal to 3, 3, and x cannot equal to negative 2. Now, this is just a factoring. And can you get a door for him? Yeah. You just cannot equal to those number because x equal to those number is undefined. Because that means the bottom is equal to 0. If bottom is equal to 0, it's undefined. Thou shall not divide by 0. That's like one of the rule that you cannot equal to 0 on the bottom. So if you cannot equal to 0, your domain is basically everywhere except negative 2 and 3. So it's pretty much open circle everywhere except 2 and 3. Those two, negative 2 and positive 3 cannot equal to. So the way you write interval notation is going to be negative infinity to negative 2, union from negative 2 to 3, and then union from 3 to infinity. And that's your domain of this function. That means x can equal to all those values except negative 2 and 3. And that's the way you write interval notation from left to right. Is this okay? Fairly easy, right? X cannot be the bottom. So can you find the domain of this function of 2x over 4x squared minus 36x plus 81? So what will be a domain of this function?
Number 2.
What?
It can't equal 9/2.
I want an interval notation. So I factor the bottom, right? So how do I factor the bottom? I can use a box. And that's why I use box, because 4 times 81 with the old method is going to take too long to do it. So this is then you have new method to do this. So it's just 2x times 2x, 9 and 9. And this is 18x, and this is 18x, and this is a minus. So it'll be 2x over 2x minus 9 squared. So basically 2x minus 9 cannot equal to 0, 2x cannot equal to 9, x cannot equal to 9 over 2. So there'll be in negative infinity to 9 over 2, union from 9 over 2 to infinity. Is that okay? Let's talk about how do I simplify rational functions. Let's see how many of you guys know how to simplify this. I know the school is like 10 people, they don't let you use bathroom first 10 minutes, but I'd rather use bathroom first 10 minutes than 2 of the middle class while I'm teaching. So do you know how to simplify this? How many of you guys don't know how to simplify? You don't know how to simplify, Richard? Don't know? Don't know? Okay, that's fair. Okay, we're gonna teach you. So in order to simplify, it has to be a factor. You cannot I call it a kill a kitten. So basically on a thing, basically you cannot do this. Last time we have talked about killing kitten.
Oh, I heard it.
So every time you do this, a kitten die. You cannot cancel this way. If you do this, I'm gonna write on your test, you kill a kitten. You cannot do that. Okay, so I'm gonna put a poster, print it out everywhere, so that way you don't do this kind of stuff. Okay, every time you cancel, it has to be a factor. It has to be a factor. What I'm trying to say is this: even you have 2 over 4 plus 2, you cannot cancel the 2, even though you want to, but you cannot cancel the 2. You can cancel 2 in different way. You can do 2 and you can factor out 2. And then it's 2 plus 1. So now the 2 can be simplified. And when you cancel, you must remember put a 1 next to it. So therefore it's 1 over 3. Okay, otherwise people think it's 3. If you just cancel it, it's gone, it's going to be 3. But it's not. If you cancel it, get a good habit, write down 1 next to it, so you hold that in place. A lot of people make this silly mistake, and I thought it's kind of crucial. Now, I just teach you how to do this. Do you know how to do it now? No? What are you supposed to do the first step? Pick out the greatest common factor of the bottom. Right. So 2x squared over, if you factor out the 2x squared, so it means 2x squared, if you factor out 2x squared times what? Equal to 10x cubed. 5x. And then that's going to be minus 1. Now, do you see those two things are multiplying? It's a multiplying. That's only time you can cancel. If multiply something, it's a factor. It's called factor. Only is a factor they can simplify. Then you gotta simplify and you got right answer 5x minus 1. You write down the 5, you cancel out, you write down 5x minus 1. What's wrong with this? Yeah, because people usually forget. And guess what? On the test, I'm gonna mark it wrong. But you have to cancel out. If you cancel out, get a habit. Write down 1. So it's 1 over 5x minus 1. That's how you simplify fractions. rational functions. Okay, are we okay here?
Yeah.
Okay. I am gonna ask you to simplify this one. And this becomes a lot of factoring questions. What are you supposed to do?
So say plus 13x.
Yeah. Today basically is still a factoring review. Now we just put everything in rational functions. Is it finished?
I don't know how to do the bounce math because I wasn't here when you taught it.
Kennedy, can you help her out? So I'm gonna put it on the bottom. And I think about two things times each other. All the black lines gonna multiply each other. The red lines adding, right? Those two red lines adding to get this, right? So that's pretty much it. So I say, well, how do I get to 13? Well, usually I'll do 3 and 3, but in this case, I can see 3 and 3 doesn't work. If I put 3 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 2, and that is not gonna give you, that's gonna give you 6 and 6. That's not gonna give you correctly. So I'm gonna do 9x and x. And I'm gonna get 1 and 4. Why? Because that's gonna give you 9x and this is gonna be 4x, and that's how I get 13x. Am I going too fast? No. Ax squared minus 7 plus x. Again, usually I'll do 4 and 2, but not necessarily always 4 and 2, because I can see that 8 and 7 has a difference of 1. So this is going to be ax and x, 1 and 7. So it'll be ax and 7x. This is negative sign. So it'll be ax plus 7 times x plus 1. Am I going too fast?
Mr. J,
Uh-huh.
isn't you say that they're below that we will like this charter somehow it then have negative sign?
But this is negative sign. So this is negative sign.
I mean, why X?
Well, yeah, it's ax minus 7 is plus, this is ax minus 7.
From the because you say that each is will like each other and the above is positive, I understand, but why the below is negative? X to 7 must be like 7x.
It should be -7. That should be -7. So you got ax minus 7x equal to plus x.
Maybe exactly.
How do you do that? Oh, you the top song. You said it example.
Was
All right, so I'm gonna go to the next one.
Okay, so the answer is.
9x plus 4 over ax minus 7.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the next one. So can those two cancel?
No.
Can those two cancel?
Yeah. No, but
Yeah, you can. Because this one just x plus 2 over x plus 2. This is a factor, right? This is a factor. They can cancel. That's a 1, right?
yeah.
Now here's my question. Can x minus 2 and 2 minus x cancel?
no.
No, but can I do some adjustment? How do I do adjustment?
Oh, negative power.
Who says what?
Negative power.
Pull the negative out. Good. So x minus 2, this one stay the same. The bottom part is 2 minus x. So I can take out a negative sign, x minus 2. A lot of people think it's multiplying, but it's not multiplying. We did not multiply by negative sign. We factor out a negative sign. And this negative sign is going to be different colors. So this is negative sign there. You cancel out. Now it's 1 and 1, so it's negative 1. So the answer is negative 1. Is that okay? Because I can factor out a negative 1. So you're going to do this one. This one's square, sorry. This 18 minus 9x squared over x squared minus 2x minus 3. The first thing you're factoring, always GCF. If you see GCF, factor out. If you see can you factor more, you can do more, you do more. Now today you might deal with factor by grouping. You might deal with sum and difference of the cube. You have all kind of things that you might have. So, but idea is still the same.
Same thing actually. We just rewrite it. It's not good. Yeah. You might see the question.
Huh? Okay. Who's done? Raise your hand if you're done. Oh, okay. Done. 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 So what I would do is I usually write it like this, just because I like the degree in the front like this. I prefer this way. And I will factor out GCF, right? If I factor out a -2, what am I gonna get? Do you see that?
Yeah.
And can I factor out -2? That's why I say usually factor out negative leading coefficient. It helps a lot. And so I could avoid a lot of problem if I do that. And that's going to be x minus 3, x plus 3 over x minus 3 and x plus 1. And cancel -2 x plus 3 over x plus 1. Does that make sense? So that's why I say I can do that. Some people do it this differently. So they say they can do this is factor out a 2, and that's going to be 9 minus x squared, right? And then it's 2, and then 3 minus x, and then 3 plus x, and then factor out a -1 on this one. I think that's kind of longer and it's more tedious. I like to keep it the x in the front. I rewrite it as actually make my life easier. You can factor out a negative sign here, so that's going to be -2, and this is going to be x minus 3, 3 plus x. It's still going to be the same thing, but I feel like this way is a little bit longer, and I won't do it that way. Okay. What happened if I multiply sign? Let's say if you have 1 plus 3x over 2x times 2x minus 4 over 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. So now I have multiplying. Multiplying again, factor everything. If you factor everything, you should cancel out something. GCF, you always think about GCF, you always think about other things. So see what can you factor. Your goal is to factor something. So let's see, 1 plus 3x. Is anything I can factor there? Probably not, right? It's anything I can factor on 2x? Probably not. Is anything I can factor 2x minus 4? Yes. Can I do that? Can I factor out a 2 times x minus 2? Is this okay? Can I factor 3x squared minus 2x minus 1? I can use a box, right?
Yeah.
Is that okay? That's going to be 3x and x, and this is the 1 and 1. And this is 3x and x. Which one need to be negative? What? Which one need to be negative?
Top one.
The top one? So that's going to give you a x minus 1 times 3x plus 1. Is there anything I can simplify here? You don't see anything? I see something. 3x plus 1? Good. I can simplify this one and this one, just different order. Because I can rewrite as 3x plus 1 on that one, right? Anything I can simplify? Anything else? This one's kind of tricky. The 2, right? 2 is times by x, not 2 adding to the x. So this 2 can definitely simplify down to x minus 2 over x times x minus 1. Today, you're going to have sum and difference of the Q you have to worry about. You got factor by grouping you have to worry about. So you still have to know all your factoring skill. Now we're going to implement it to all of them. Am I going too fast? Okay, one last question. Do you know what am I gonna go to? I multiply, what's next? Divide. Okay, you're gonna do this one. Because you're supposed to know how to divide. We learned on a 4th grade math before, or at least on my first test. Okay, so this is division. So what do you do when you see division? Keep change flip. So there's no different.
What is that? 1 or negative 1 what?
8x squared over 3x squared minus 12 divided by 40 over 2 minus x.
Well,
You got factor by grouping. You got sum and difference of the cube. You got a lot of things you need to worry about today. This today is going to be a lot of factoring. You got to learn how to factoring because so I am gonna do keep change first. And I'm gonna factor out 3 first. Is that okay? And I'm gonna divide, I'm gonna change to 2 times 2 minus x over 40. Is that okay? What else I can factor?
Factor of 4 out of the.
Difference of squares.
There was a difference of a square. Thank you.
Yep.
Now I see 2 minus x, and I see bottom is x minus 2. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna factor out a negative sign. Is that okay? So it'll be negative times x minus 2. Is that okay? Then can I see there's something I can cancel now? What else I can simplify? There's one more thing I can simplify. A and 40 because this is multiplication. Remember, it's 8 plus x squared? No. But it's 8 times x squared. That's a factor. So this can simplify here is 1 and what? 5. So on the top it's going to be negative 1 x squared. Is that okay? Over 3 times x plus 2. Now today you're going to have sum and difference of a cube. And you're going to get, yes. I forgot a 5. Oh, okay. My bad. So this is a 5. So it'd be negative x squared over 15 times x plus 2.
Was that 12 at the top? This is 16. No, I'm actually not 1.
I live, bro. It's
I was in squinting when you look. I was like, so lost. You should really be putting it on yeah, you can't see it back though.
Oh, it's turning I can't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when are you releasing?
Yeah.
Now.
That's weird.